Deep in the woods of a scarred planet, a creature stalks the shadows. It only emerges when fire falls from the heavens. This being no longer possesses a name or a purpose. It operates on fractured instinct, its higher cognitive functions and speech long since buried under years of isolation. This shadow was once Karun, the greatest military commander and guardian this world had ever known. Karun served as a leader beyond the stars and a shield for his people. But at home, he stripped away the rank to be a husband and a father. To understand how this commander became a beast, we have to examine the specific psychological mechanism that hollowed out his mind. The collapse began when the Void Dominion arrived. Their black ships turned the sky red, fueled by a hunger for ancient power hidden beneath. Karun took his place at the front line. He fought while wounded and surrounded, refusing to yield as long as his people needed a second more to escape. Against all odds, Karun forced the invasion to retreat. The planet survived, and the war was won. If the ultimate apocalypse failed to kill him, what remained to break a man who had already survived the impossible? Karun proved invincible against a physical army. His destruction would instead come from a collapse within. Physical armor provided the shell, but Karun's true invulnerability was anchored in a rigid focus. He was not just a soldier, he was a protector. His final order to his wife was simple: take their son and survive. As the bombs fell, she pulled the young man into the trees, leaving Karun to hold the line alone. Every second Karun stayed standing bought his family more distance. His survival was a tactical necessity for their safety. We can map this state as purpose-driven invulnerability. The protector instinct node acts as a primary circuit, actively overriding and blocking signals from physical trauma and exhaustion. As long as Karun believed his family was escaping, his brain refused to let his body fail. When the smoke cleared, Karun returned to his village. He expected a reunion, but found only ash and the ruins of his former life. Deep beneath the debris, he found a remnant of his family. In that moment, the belief that fueled his survival vanished, and the Great Guardian finally broke. The feedback loop inverted. The protector instinct node turned inward, cascading through his psyche, overriding the nodes for identity, memory, and speech. He retreated to the forest. Years of isolation eroded his mind's higher functions, leaving only a single glowing core: basic instinct. The Void Dominion failed to pierce his armor, but grief dismantled the man inside it. The tragedy lies in a simple fact: Karun was wrong. His family had survived. While Karun wandered as a beast, his son was raised by villagers in the same forest, growing into a warrior in his father's image. For years, they lived in the same woods, both convinced the other had been lost to the war. Though his mind was shattered, Karun still watched the sky. Whenever fire fell, he arrived first, a guardian who no longer understood his duty, yet could not stop performing it. The victory Karun bled for became his own personal prison, built on the false belief that his sacrifice had been in vain. Everything changed when a new meteor struck, a strange metal box covered in ancient symbols. Karun arrived at the crash site to find a young warrior cornered by a predator. His mind didn't recognize the face, but something deeper was stirred by the young man's presence. As the threat closed in, a spark bypassed the damage in Karun's brain. The shattered memories didn't return, but the protector node flared back to life. Karun stepped in front of the warrior. Through a throat that hadn't moved in years, the primal instinct forced out a definitive warning. "That's my son. You do not touch him." Grief can dismantle a mind and erase an identity, but it cannot extinguish the core of a father's love. Karun's humanity didn't return through logic. It returned through the one instinct that never died.